participation throughout the week at the NSE convention. Microtrains, what's happening here? Well, first off, we've got pre-production samples at our table. We're introducing our 170 series Greenville 52-foot 6-inch railgun gondola. It's a railgun. They had 4,000 cars, mostly built by Greenville. The features that will be incorporated into our new car include metal wheels. It's fully factory assembled, prototypical ride height, new prototypical coupler release rod and lever, accurate paint schemes, of course the body-mounted magnetic couplers, the proper inside length, 52-foot 6-inch, detailed subframe, interior, and underframe, and we'll have that released at the end of the summer. Next up, and we already are well into the design and mold design work, and that is our 133,000 series 53-foot Commonwealth flat car. Plastic body with die-cast deck to ensure proper weight, brake rigging molded into the bottom, new coupler release lever, and that'll be available for the modeler to install, 2 vertical brake wheels, one for the lower position and one in the raised position depending on the load. It includes factory installed magnetic couplers and lots of loads. And lastly, just to share with you what else is going on at Microtrains. As I've just mentioned, we're having a lot of fun with loads, 3D printed, laser cut, cast resin. We're continuing for those of you, some of you, the HO series, Grid and Grind series. And we're continuing on honoring the Class 1 Railroad series, the Railbox Repatched series. And we have a new family tree series that we'll be introducing this fall. And we have a variety of commemorative anniversaries and events releases to promote that. And of course, every layout needs micromaps. So we hope you'll have fun with that. So that's what's happening in Microtrains, and thank you very much. And I'll hand it over to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Junpei at KUSA USA. It's always my honor to attend this convention. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Before starting the introduction of our upcoming new projects, I would like to tell you about our company challenges for this year. The first challenge is to expand our own product works. As you know, Kato is a DC or analog manufacturing company because in Japan, where our headquarters is located, the majority of them is analog. However, we, Kato USA, know the majority in the US model railroading is DCC. Therefore, in the past few years, we have been enhancing our own in-house production works to install DCC decoders, sound decoders, and interiors in our office. Fortunately, the market demands and our production amounts are growing year by year. We are proud of our original made in USA products. The second challenge is to gain new customers. Since last year's TrainFest, we have had the mini diagram workshops at the shows thanks to the cooperation of local T-Track clubs. We will continue to have these workshops not only at the shows but also at the hobby shows to show the fun of model railroading to new customers. As another new challenge, this coming July, we will be exhibiting at the Comic Convention in San Diego, California. There are about 150,000 visitors coming to the convention every year, and we thought it is worthwhile to show our model railroad products to gain new customers from the different types of geeks. The third challenge is the next year, 2026, will be Kato USA's 40th anniversary, and we will plan a big project in N or HO scale. If it is an HO project, I'm sorry. Hopefully, that's going to be N scale project. Okay, these are our company challenges for this year, and as always, we will try our best to offer the best quality products to the US model railroad industry. Thank you for listening. And it is a time to call Charles. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Choo Choo Charles.
Hello everyone, I'm Charles from Kato. And so first I'd like to thank you for your support for not only Cabo, but the entire industry. It's been a very tough year for us. So I have a few updates on some of our upcoming projects. Our first is going to be our Surfliner with sound. As you know, Surfliner has released already, but we are releasing the sound unit hopefully late this summer. We are working with ESU to get decoders. We have a few samples at our office already, but let's need some revisions. And then our ACU project, ST70 ACU. We have our first molded samples from our factory, both the nose and cab headlights. You can visit those at our booth. And then we have also our ST80s and 90 Max, same thing as the Surfliners. We will be getting the samples from ESU to get those sound units out on the market. And then for new tooling, well, we are releasing the Jet RDC from New York Central. So this will be working with the lights in the jets. And so we are targeting end of next year for release of that. We have a 3D printed sample at our booth, so make sure to check that out. And thank you for everything.
Next up is Paul Graff. Alright, so you probably realize that I'm not Doug with Intermountain, but I play him on TV, so it works out. I'm actually doing two different organizations here. So first half is Intermountain. Coming up, the 10 paint schemes for the N-Scale 4750 arrive next week. Those pesky out-of-stock N-Scale wheel sets also arrive next week. Trinity 5161 hoppers will be arriving in July. And we also have the improved assembly samples of the SD45-2 at the table and expect delivery in August. So this is coming. And thank you a lot for your business over the years. Many of you know Frank Angstead, who's been the leader of Intermountain for many, many years. Today is his 90th birthday. Leaving very early at the end of the show, but at the table we have the birthday cards for Frank. So if you had any kind of interaction with Frank over the years or multiple interactions, please come by and sign his birthday card with your birthday. Okay. Now put on the other hat. So the Colorado Model Railroad Museum. So first off, come visit us. Yeah. So obviously we're in Colorado. North of Denver and Greeley. So I do realize, and I've answered this question a lot, there's the Colorado Model Railroad Museum, and there's the Colorado Railroad Museum. No one ever gets them confused. So, and it's okay if you like each other, you can come visit both of us. We're in Greeley, they're in Golden. We do have a few advantages over there because our stuff is inside. We have heating in the winter. A little bit about the museum. We have 21 scale miles of mainline track, a little over 80 scale miles of total track. Granted, yes, the layout is HO, but we continue to support all scales. Our G-scale layout is going to be constructed this summer. We continue to support the local clubs. G-track activity is really picking up there. A couple of the clubs are adopting that now to standard. We also have, for those that like a little history, we have the original T-track modules that were used to introduce T-track to the North American market. They were built by Lee Fitzgerald, wife to Jim Fitzgerald, who we've all heard of. And we have those working. So we'll have those there. Which brings me to the next topic. At the end of September, we are having our second annual RPM Rail Prototype Meet. The first year was a terrible success, so we've expanded the venue. We're going to have layouts at clinics, obviously the model stuff, the vendors, interview vendors. Who get a call from Michelle, just say yes. You will not convince her not to show up, so be sure to plan on that. We're going to set up those original models so that you'll be able to run your trains on them. So you'll be able to have the opportunity to say that you ran on a piece of history and stuff. We also working in conjunction with the NRA and other groups, we're setting up state legacy planning. So not only can you leave your trains to the museum, you can also leave your stock portfolio. We're a non-profit, okay? We're good here, right? So we have a lot of youth and railroad programs. We have a director who's focused on the community and the kids. He's always been some fantastic programs. I kind of forgot about they do the night at the museum, and parents' night out, bring the kids, and they have a great time. We've got some new controllers, 3 buttons. So even little kids can run trains and stuff, but you don't know. Michelle's also very big and leads the Women in Model Railroading program. It's only, about a year and a half, 2 years old at this point. We have between 200 and 300 members of that. So if you're interested, check that out. A lot of neat things happen there. For fun, we have the ability for you to come in certain times, so be sure to check when you come visit us. You can be 3D scanned, and you will get a figure in scale, but you also will have a figure made of you and it'll be put on the layout. Our objective is to replace all of the people on the layout with real people. So that'll be a lot of fun. And lastly, virtual rail fan. So I think, I know we're the first, we may be the only model railroad that has a virtual rail fan camera, so you can go see us at any time. Now granted, at night, it's dark because we turn the lights out. But there is a sign that will tell you when we open, so you will always see that. And so go out to our website, go out to Virtual Rail Fan, go out to YouTube, and look that up. It's a lot of fun to see the trains run. And I was talking with Shane yesterday. We're installing the Virtual Rail Fan outside. The UP main line goes right by us. 4014 stops there regularly. Shane said it'll all be up and working this week. So, right? Sure. Once it gets exact words, but we are going to be installing it here shortly. So come by the booth, say hi. We do have a big collection there that we've been selling, and prices are great, so enjoy that. And a little self-promoting. I do a presentation on how to get young people in the hobby at 11 in the clinic room, wherever that's at. Thank you all.
NSE business for the manufacturers. We open in a half an hour, so you can kind of keep the commentary a little shorter up here with moving things along, so the public coming in will be able to get to see all the people inside. Matthew, when he was up here earlier, mentioned about tariffs. There is a group that's been organized by a number of manufacturers, Atlas, Walters, Shane's been involved in it. It's called the Hobby Industry Coalition. Please go to the website. There's a petition and there's a bunch of information on how the tariffs are being applied to things and how we can try and lower them or get an exemption that we used to have. And everybody that can do that will help the industry as a whole. So for Atlas, we plan on having a new catalog out in the next couple of weeks. We're going to try and do that next week, but I don't know if it's going to make it. You know, we're closed for our annual vacation, so probably the week of the 13th. It'll have new runs of GP38-2, U23B, the 3 and 5 unit spine cars, 40-foot PS1 box cars, pressure 8 hoppers, extended vision KUSAs, 50-foot double door box cars, new tooling for a 53-foot trailer to go with those spine cars, and the modern hooded signals that people have been asking for. I have samples of those over at my table, so if that's what you're interested in, please come and stop by and take a look. And there are several new projects and tooling for both rolling stock and locomotives, as well as a new Z-scale car. I just got that shop so that probably will make this catalog, it'll be the next one. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Next up, GATR Works. Great. Well, good morning. Railsmith, we are really excited that our domes have been delivered and have been welcomed with a lot of things, and everyone's loving that. They're mostly all sold out. There's more coming. Those are the Dome coaches. Next up, and actually arriving this week, we've got our small window coaches. We'll be shipping right away. The Bud Dome Sleep is coming right after that, and we are so excited. To our knowledge, it's the only time this car has ever been produced in injection mold. And so that makes all of the North Coast Limited fans exceptionally happy. We've got new tooling that we'll be announcing this fall, our new dormitory car, which we need for our Build a Train series. If you stop by the booth today, you'll see test shots of our 16.4 duplex sleeper, specifically for the Great Northern Railroad, and we're really excited about that. Also very excited on the 6 series side of things, the American Food Packers number 27, the haystack car. We have, and we'll start shipping that this week, next week, soon, as soon as I get them all put together. And then right after that, we're expecting our National Park Series Yellowstone car, which is really a thrill to get that. I'm being asked if we're going to be taking orders for the next in the series, and we're not going to do that until we have assurances that we can do that, right? Microtrains, Eric, we've worked together for 33 years, and they've done an awesome job, and we look forward to more in those series when they can. So we appreciate your patience and all of that. Railsmith product continues to flow. Many new models in production. Lots of announcements. If you're not getting the newsletter, you need to sign up to get that. There's a QR code. Come by our table. We'll help you get lined up for that. Thank you very much.
It's always such a pleasure to come to the show and talk to all of you. We've had a lot of great response to the new dental gondolas. We've been really pleased with that. The second batch is in production, and will be on this on. And we're just announcing this week new run of the double door 86-foot boxcars, and we're doing some reruns on that body, and also a number of new paint schemes, including 2 in Conrail from 2 different eras. Very early, 1977 or so, and then actually post-Conrail split. We're doing the Conrail with the medium logo and the yellow stripes. The yellow stripes became a thing in 2003, so that was actually after the Norfolk Southern took possession of those cars. So come by and see all the artwork there. I'd also like to thank the retailers who come to this show. I'm kind of amazed by them. They bring such a huge variety of stuff. They know exactly what they have. They know right where it is. And at the end of the show, they're packed up and backing away from the dock when I'm still putting cars back in boxes. It's just amazing. And one of our regular retailers, I won't mention his name, it's a special challenge for him because he has a reputation for being a bit accident prone. And for instance, last year, he was driving home from Bethlehem when all of a sudden he falls off the ladder and trying to break his fall, mind you, he may have inadvertently touched a goat. Now, if you know who I'm talking about, then you might be thinking, same goat? No, different goat. But the point is, be careful when you're driving home tomorrow. Don't drive from a ladder. Avoid goats.
Avoid goats.
It's very simple. You just go into the map program on your phone, whichever your favorite one is. Go to settings, but avoid toll roads, avoid Taco Bell, avoid goats. Thanks for coming, everybody.
Thanks.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, next up is Alex from Analytics. My name is Andrew Tigers, and I'm here as the representative from Impossible. So for those who don't know who I am, basically Impossible is the next generation of N-scale couplers. So we have basically solved the N-scale truckler problem. No more slinky, absolute true scale coupler, so they're perfectly scaled. So if you haven't seen what Impossible is all about, come to our booth. So it's smooth and possible. It's been a long time coming, but we're going to be shipping product in the next couple of weeks. So launch retailers, Credit Valley Railway, they actually advertise in the NSE. So you can reach out to the website right now. I think they have my stuff up for pre-order, so I should have product over to them in probably end of next week, hopefully. If not another week. And then I'll also have a bunch of U.S. retailers also carrying my product on upcoming weeks. So it's been a long time coming, but we've worked really hard to get production up and running, so we should be able to get stuff out in volume. We're launching a new website, so the landing page that's been up there for the past 3 years is finally getting swapped out. So we have a proper website with resources about which couplers work with which cars and everything coming down the pipe. In terms of new stuff, obviously getting the product out the door is amazing, but a couple of things we're doing right away are microtrans truck mount adapters. So if you have microtrans truck mounts, it's actually the easiest conversion you can do to my coupler. So you can literally convert any microtrans truck mount to my coupler with an adapter. Just replace the box top with mine along with my coupler, and the easiest conversion we can do. Also doing a line of locomotive boxes, specifically also for cattle locomotives, so you can have like a perfect drop-in for at least the first one for straight shank paddles. Cattle locomotive, a lot of different coupler configurations, but it does a lot of them. It doesn't do all of them, I'll be honest, but it does a lot of them. And perfect drop-in compatibility for cattle locomotives, couplers at height, fills in the pilot a bit too. So those will be probably a month or two away. We've got production up and running. So the other thing I'm going to say is I've got a giveaway here. So if you come to my booth and tell me you want better couplers, I'll hook you up some better couplers. So come to my booth today, ask for better couplers, and I have samples to give away for people today. And that's it for me.
I can stand, yeah, thanks. Okay. I never gets old. Thanks, Roger. You know you're old, by the way, when you have to turn the bold feature on your phone, right? Just to see the text. As always, thanks to Dick and the whole gang for putting all this together. Appreciate you guys. How about a round of applause? I'll clap and I can hold this thing. So. And of course, looking forward to Milwaukee next year. Sounds like it's going to be another good one. I got a question for you. How many of you, the last year since last convention, had their spouse retire? Anyone? Keith did? Anybody else? Yeah. Well, last August, my wife retired from an esteemed career at AT&T for 30 years. So, congratulations to her. It's been great. She's essentially redecorated the entire house, including my shop. So now, of course, I can't find anything. But she didn't stop there. She's decided to clean up all of my dirty freight cars. So there's thousands of hours of weathering just kind of went down the drain. But I do appreciate her assistance. I also appreciate her input on our projects, because I also agree that our pull breaker needs a sauna. But as many of you know, important to most marriages is communication. So I feel perfectly confident telling you all these things, especially considering she's not here. And no one will say anything tomorrow when she shows up, will you? All right, off to serious things. For those that missed out on the pre-order for the KC2 Tower 2, we're putting it on the website this week, so it'll be available for orders. And with everything on the website, shipping is free to U.S. addresses. So look forward to that. As far as projects for the rest of the year, we're kind of up in the air. We're looking West Coast, East Coast, kind of lack of focus there. So if you have any suggestions, we're open to them. We may continue with the Kingsville series. You might have seen the AG Winters, Carroll Store, and Railering. There's also several other buildings in that town we might look at. So if you have any input from us here at the show, we are located next to him, Craig. And if you have any input, we'll be there all day. So who do I give this to? Shane? Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, last one, and then we'll get out of here, and I promise we'll get out of here before 9. So, a lot to share from the skill train side of the house. And first of all, believe it or not, it was 9 years ago here in Kansas City that we announced our very first locomotive. That was the Big Blow turbine. And at that time, we had 3 products. We had the turbine, we had and 2 versions of 53-foot reefers. Today, with our announcements, we'll have 12 locomotives, 14 freight cars, plus what's coming from Fox Valley. Correct. We've been really, really blessed. I want to say thank you guys for letting us live our dream. Sounds like the microphone's running out, so I will make this quick. If you stopped by yesterday, we had announcements from the 60s through the 80s, and that included the return of the Fox Valley Silverside gondolas, and some more coming from Fox Valley. The GP60s are in tool tests right now. And so hopefully by this time next year, we will actually have real samples to make real announcements. And what Matt's doing is every time that we finish tool tests on the Fox Valley project, we go to the next Fox Valley project. So we're finally getting everything in the cycle, and you'll see all of those products return to market over the next few years. And then on the Exactrail side of the house, we actually moved everything from the factory that Exactrail was in about probably a year ago or so, and it's now in our primary factory. We have 5 in-scale projects that are in development right now, including the Vertipacks, which have been out of production for well over a decade, and a lot of products have been out of production for over a decade. So look for those over the next year. And then yesterday we announced the all-new in-scale GP40. Of course, all the railroad road number here, specific detail that you've come to expect from the rivet counter line. And then before I get to our updates and 2 announcements, one thing I did forget to do at the beginning as I'm looking at my note card. So next year, of course, we've got convention, NSE convention, and about 6 weeks later, we'll be in Chattanooga for the NMRA convention. Would love to have you down. T-Track is going to build the world's largest in-scale layout, our in-scale T-Track layout. So hopefully you can be a part of that. And then I've got 3 things for today. So first of all, if you'll recall, we had announced that unfortunately we were doing So we had planned to do the Fox Valley ES44s at in-scale, as well as the SD70 Ace. And when we got in to do we did the tooling revisions to be able to do DCC and sound, and spent all that money. And then we were getting into the deep into the tool tests and realized we have to spend tens of thousands of dollars more for missing tooling. So we scrapped both projects and started all over from scratch. This is the ES44. We are announcing over 60 different variations on this locomotive, 3 different variants from early, intermediates, and lates. You name the version, we'll be able to do it on the ES44. You'll get CSX Heritage, the CSX Private Service, Norfolk Southern Heritage, BNS 25th Anniversary. We'll be able to do, you name it. I mean, I could go on and on. I don't want to keep everybody very long. But this is in tooling now. Hopefully within the next 12 months we'll be able to make the first announcements. And the SD70 Ace is in design. Hopefully we'll be in tooling by this fall, winter for that project as well. So those are 2 big updates. And then you guys all got a card, right? For a free freight card? Yeah. Come by the booth afterwards and you'll get to get a brand new freight card that we're announcing right now. And that is the Trinity 7500 Series box card. This has never been done before in N-scale. A lot of different variants for body size, roofs, ends, all those kind of things. We'll be able to do all the modern UP, LRS, BNSF. This is actually a BNSF car, and it has the convention logo on it. So come by our booth, bring your card, drop it off, and we'll give you one of those today. Thank you. And then an all-new locomotive announcement. This is the GE Wabtec AC44C6M. This is the Sonic Bonnet. We've got 5 more variations over in the booth. Come by and see us. We'll show you all those. And on the second run, we'll actually be able to do the tribute to our salute to the railroaders unit that Norfolk Southern has, and we'll also do the tag heritage unit the second run. So I don't want to keep us too long because I know we got a few more things. Swap around will open here in just a minute. Make sure if you haven't signed up for the banquet tonight, Skip says he has 3 tickets left. So make sure you get to Skip right after this, and he'll take care of those for you. And I also hear that next year for convention, the banquets or the breakfast space is a lot more limited than we have. So when registrations opens for next year, I encourage you to sign up early. And with that, I want to say thank you for coming this morning. I appreciate everybody. Thank you, manufacturers, for sharing. And thank you,